Hi, I'm Tommy Allen, the lead pastor of New Hope Presbyterian Church, and here is this week's sermon teaser. If you follow any kind of fitness trends or diet trends, you'll know that fasting has been all the rage. I mean, if anything, the 16-8 fasting has become very common. And by that, if you're not familiar, it's where you eat only within an 8-hour window. In other words, maybe you eat your first meal at noon, and then you can eat anything you want until about 8 o'clock at night, and then you don't eat again until noon, right? You fast that time. Um, I actually last year, right before all the COVID stuff broke, I did one meal a day for probably 4 or 5 months. In other words, I was fasting for about 22 hours a day. And honestly, it was hard sometimes. On the other hand, I lost 10 pounds. I went to the doctor, I remember, for my annual physical, and my blood pressure was down, and they were just raving. And I think it's all just because of the fasting. It had incredible benefits. Now that I'm at home all the time, it's a little more difficult, right? When you live with the food 24/7. But nonetheless, I'm still trying to stick to some version of that. Why am I bringing that up? Well, because this week we'll be talking about fasting. And as we've considered the Sermon on the Mount, Jesus has been addressing recently in chapter 6 the practices that he expects his followers to engage in, right? Prayer and giving. And this week he says, when you fast. So in other words, he expects that we'll be fasting sometime. The question is, why would we fast? You ever thought about that? I mean, the fasting's in the Bible, and Christians think, man, I should be fasting, I guess. I don't know. Protestant, are we supposed to fast? Typically, when people think about fasting, we think about, okay, there's been a call for prayer and fasting. There was one in the EPC. And what we tend to associate with that is like the reason we're going to fast along with our praying is because we're going to show God just how serious we are. That if we show him that we're serious and we show him how miserable we're willing to be, maybe he'll change our situation. And guess what? That's really not the purpose of fasting. In fact, that's not taught anywhere in the whole Bible. So the question is, why do we fast? And what benefit do we get from it? Well, if you want to know the answer to that, you need to show up on Sunday. You can either dial into our live stream. Of course, you can watch the service after it's recorded. I'd encourage you to subscribe to our live stream if you haven't done that yet, and also share the post to invite your friends. I look forward to seeing you on Sunday, and I hope you see me as well. The Lord bless you and keep you and make his face shine upon you even as you go into this weekend.